Hey, I was just watching the clips that I just shot a minute ago, and I noticed that the trailer looks like it's leaning hard to the left. You see that? It's not leaning, it's just the angle of the camera. I'm not going to go through the trouble of reshooting the whole video just so I can get the camera level. So as you watch this video, just keep in mind the trailer really isn't leaning like that. It's the angle of the camera. We'll do better next time. All right, on with the video. Hey everybody, Bill and Deb here with I Ride Tiny House Adventures.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, it is afternoon, isn't it?
Yes.
What do you think of our view? Isn't that awesome? We've had that view for about 2 weeks now.
It's just been tough.
It's been tough having to deal with it. Now we have had a few cloudy days.
Had some rain.
And we had some rain. Even had a couple of pretty stout thunderstorms.
And had some days when it was way too hot to sit out here.
Oh yeah, yeah, we've had those days too. But today it's nice. Clouds are just rolling by now and then. This is Saturday, right? It is Saturday, right?
Yes. It is Saturday.
Anyway, we thought, well, I'm stumbling here.
Okay.
I don't mean to be stumbling.
Don't stumble.
I'm trying not to stumble. Our stay here is coming to an end,
Yes.
coming to a close.
It's time to move on.
Time to move on. Tomorrow we'll be headed to another campground, one of our favorite campgrounds, back on Beaver Lake.
Yes.
And we'll be there through the
Labor Day.
weekend. Have a couple of big days planned with the kids.
Yes. Kayaking days.
The kayaks
Woohoo!
and everything else. The site that we'll have there is a perfect site to put our boats in the water right there on the water. We'll literally be able to have them right there. Have access to the lake right there, which will be nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. Anyway, we'll tell you where we're at. We're here at this campground. It's called Hawthorne Bluff. Hawthorne Bluff Campground. It's on Lake Oologah in Oklahoma, which is a stone's throw from Claremore, Oklahoma. That'll help you out a little
13 miles.
About 13 miles, yeah. We were there 2 or 3 times during our stay here, weren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a pretty nice campground. Well, it's a really nice campground. It's a beautiful campground.
Lots of shade, lots of good spots where you have
Right.
a view of the water, which is
Yeah.
important to us.
Yeah.
So yeah, friendly staff. It's
Yeah.
been really nice.
We've enjoyed our stay here for the last 2 weeks. We've seen some very interesting things. One of the highlights of our stay in this area, of course, was going to the birthplace of Will Rogers, and got to see the house that he was actually born in, the house that he ended up living in the remainder of his life. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the way that worked out to be.
Yeah. Sounds like to me.
Seems like to me that's what we read. It's in a beautiful setting. Of course, at the time it was overlooking the Verdigris River, and now it's overlooking Lake Oologah. Gorgeous place. And then, of course, the next day we went to the Will Rogers Museum. Saw a lot of interesting things at the Will Rogers Museum. Met a really interesting gentleman there who is there basically just to answer questions, and he was a wealth of information. I wish I would have got a photo of him. I wish I would have got some video of him.
Yeah,
But
you know.
I didn't. But there were a lot of real neat photos, and one thing that I neglected to show in our last video when we talked about the Will Rogers Museum was this huge mural they have in one room. I'm sure you're seeing it right now. And that mural was really something. But there was a lot of really neat photos and things all through the museum. The museum is a beautiful place. We highly recommend that you go there. If you're in this area, go check it out. Anything else we want to mention? Oh, well, the dam was interesting.
The dam was interesting, and where we're parked here, we have a good round to make on our bikes.
Yeah.
So we try to do that every morning.
Yeah,
Take
tried
the bikes
to
around.
ride the bikes, got to do more bike riding.
So that's awesome.
It had a real neat area where you can coast downhill. Well, the camera shut off, so we were talking about the bicycles.
Where you can go build up steam and go. There's a
Right.
good circle.
You can
here.
build up steam going downhill, and then you can ride up the other hill. And I don't know why the camera all of a sudden shut off. I think it's also on voice command, and it probably heard me say something similar to.
Don't say that word.
I'll try not to say that.
Okay,
So anyway,
back to the campground.
Yeah, back to the campground. The campground's gorgeous, and there's a reason why they call it Hawthorne Bluff, because actually it's hard to tell right here, the way we're sitting right here, but we're actually up on a bluff. Yeah, the campground here is actually up on a bluff. I'd say it probably sits about 20 feet up off the water.
Probably, and the water's still high because they're still releasing water.
And the water's still high because they're releasing water. That's a neat thing because you're on the bluff, because it affords you this really beautiful view here. The next thing, though, is because you're on a bluff like this, you don't have any real lake access in the campground. You have to go over to the boat ramp or over to the swim beach in order to have lake access, right?
Yeah, because I tried walking over there, and you could walk to the edge, but then and a lot of these rocks have been falling, and I don't think you'd want to try to traverse
Probably
that.
Probably not. Anyway, tell us more about the campground, dear. How many campsites do we have here?
The campsites total is 93, 18 of which is primitive.
Right.
And then that's in a totally different loop.
Right, they're in a whole nother loop all by themselves.
All of the
ones
in this loop have electric with water access.
Yes.
We had 30 amp. I think they're all 30 amp.
Yeah, they're all 30 amp.
And some of them are leveler than others.
Yeah. We're on a pretty steep incline right here.
Our favorites are down there, 29 and 30.
Yeah, numbers 29 and 30, which is right on the water's edge, and they're pretty level right there too. But most of these that are right on the water's edge aren't that bad, especially with a regular RV that sits higher up off the ground. Our conversion trailer, because it has 4-inch drop axle, sits pretty low, which makes it a little more difficult when we're on a steep incline in order to get it level. And as you can see in the photo, we've got the front end quite a ways up in the air right now. Yeah, sure do, in order to get it level. But anyway, well, we're a master at that now. We're pretty good at doing that. But the campground, the way it's laid out, you have several sites that are all along the water's edge, or just on the other side of the road, which is where we are, just beyond that, but you still have this beautiful view like we do have here. Then there's another area just above us here on top of the hill where the sites are almost all perfectly level, but of course you're further away from the water right there.
You have to
in
twisting. Yeah, you don't really have a good water view.
Right, in the center section, but your sites are much more level there. And but it's neat. It's beautiful. It's heavily wooded. You've got lots of shade. The lake on this part of the lake is absolutely gorgeous. I could sit and look at this view all day long, and I believe I've done that.
I believe we've done that.
I believe we've done that.
We spent a lot of time in our gazebo.
Our gazelle gazebo. We absolutely love our gazelle gazebo.
Bill had lots of time to practice.
Yeah, I had lots of time to practice with the guitar, and of course we did a live. We went live playing some music from here.
Yes.
And we thought we had better service than we actually had. I know some folks had trouble with it buffering a little bit. We'll make sure we have better service next time we do that. But probably what I'm going to start doing as far as the music is concerned, I'm going to start recording a song now and then, and sometimes in between videos, in between regular videos that talk about living in our conversion and things like that, we'll just throw one up of me doing a song in a recorded, edited version rather than doing the live thing. For those of you that are interested in that sort of thing, we'll do that for those of you that are, and I know it's not for everybody, and that way the folks that really aren't interested in the music part, when you see that it's a music one, just wait for the next one to come out talking about living in the conversion, right?
The custom build.
The custom build, yeah, there you go. We'll call it the custom build.
That's what some of our fellow campers
And then, of course, you had time to do some painting.
Yes.
Yeah, you did some painting. What?
Nothing.
I thought it looked really neat. I liked it.
I'm having a really hard time painting small.
I know. You're used to painting on larger...
I like walls.
Yeah. Last 2 or 3 houses we lived in, she had entire walls that were huge murals of stuff, and
that's my favorite. So now I'm trying to paint on
small canvases.
Yeah. I was trying to think of the size: 10 by 16, 10 by 14s.
Yeah,
and
inches. Right.
it's taking a lot
Yeah,
more
you'll get there.
thought process.
I think they look good.
Well, thank you.
And how many do we have now?
I have 3.
You have 3? Do we have room for them in the trailer?
No.
No?
No.
So we need to figure out what to do with those paintings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to figure something out, folks. Maybe we'll have some kind of a contest. Maybe, no, not a contest, but we'll do something where somebody will get one if they're...
stuff.
Yeah, suggest some stuff on how we go about getting these paintings into the hands of folks that would appreciate it. How is that the right way to put that?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Well, yeah, we will have an announcement to make later.
Yep.
About we're not moving out of the trailer. No.
It's just things have come up, and we will talk about it later.
Yeah.
Just remember this: that life has changed.
Yeah. Life has changed all the time, and an opportunity has arisen, and we will talk about that more probably in our next video. But
one or two
down the road. Yeah, 1 or 2 videos down the road, we'll talk about that more. It's still going to involve staying in the trailer, living and doing everything in the trailer. That's for sure, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we happy in the trailer?
I'm tickled to death. How about you?
Absolutely.
You betcha. Absolutely. Anyway, anything else before we go? All right. Well, I guess it's time to say goodbye. Right?
Okay.
But we do have one thing to say before we go.
Right.
We're not camping.
We are living.
Yeah. This is Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures. Y'all take care. We'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye.